Welcome to GouldFish Plays CSI Crime Scene Investigation Dark Motives. That's right, I'm back and I'm playing a CSI game again. So I hope you enjoy it, because you asked for it. Now, just setting things up, just to make sure everything's good. YouTube's thing is so crap. So, this, I believe, is the second of the CSI games. I had planned on playing the first, so we could start way at the beginning, but it just kept crashing instead of playing. So, yay! So, we've got this instead. So, I hope you enjoy it. So, we are here at the main menu with some terrible music playing. Sounds more like something from like a bad brain's gone to sleep already today. It sounds like something from a bad sort of period piece rather than a CSI game. So let's try and ignore this and jump into the game. So let's start a brand new game.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Crime Lab. Type your name and click start.
Well, our name is obviously GouldFish. And we're starting with our case, Daredevil Disaster. Now, I have vague recollections of playing this game. It was a while ago, and I think it was on the Xbox. If I also remember rightly, it literally had 200 gamer points per each case. It was the easiest game ever to get full score on. So, hey, we got that to look forward to. Well, we don't. We've seen it's the PC version, but hey. So, this is currently all loading from CD because I didn't want to install the entire thing, just in case it didn't work like the previous game.
Well, right on time. Welcome to your first night on the job. I'm Grissom, your new supervisor. Of all the new crime scene investigators I interviewed for this position, you were the most promising. Your excellent grades, data analysis, and computer skills put you over the top. Now you have to prove yourself in the field. Working night shift in Vegas is a little like waking up inside a Fellini movie, but you'll get used to it. You'll also work with some of the best CSIs anywhere. Warwick Brown grew up here. He knows this town, and he knows his job. Nick Stokes is here by way of Texas A&M, but don't be fooled by his sunny disposition. He means business. Sarah Seidel was a student of mine from San Francisco, and I invited her aboard when one of our CSIs was killed a few years ago. Our key lab tech, Greg Sanders, is first rate. Don't tell him I said that. It'll go to his head. Dr. Al Robbins is our secret weapon. Not only is he sharp, he's also willing to work nights. We don't do anything independently. We work with Captain Jim Brass. Anything you need legally, including warrants for suspects and locations, he can help you with. Oh, and Catherine Willows. She's who you'll be working with on your first call. That reality series they're shooting in town, World's Wildest Stunts, got a little too real tonight. The show's star stuntman was nearly killed. Check out if it was an accident, negligence, or more. You can either start at the Mediterranean casino where the stunt was being filmed, or head to St. Anthony's Hospital to interview the stuntman. Your call. Remember, listen to the evidence, listen to the suspects.
Suddenly, Catherine.
Hey, welcome to CSI. Catherine Willows. You believe this insanity? We're not usually dealing with a victim whose business is almost getting himself killed nightly. Lot to do. Let's keep our eyes and minds open.
To quit the game or change the options, including gameplay difficulty, hit the Escape key on your keyboard at any time. The Location tab at the bottom of the screen allows you to access various locations. Click on a location icon on the left side of the location bar.
I think I must have tutorials enabled with the most bored-sounding narrator known to mankind. And There's almost a full body animation going on there. That's incredible. It might be just her swaying, like she's had a few to drink. Which wasn't there a story about that? But yeah, let's go to the stunt site and establishing shots. Dum da da dum dum da 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 dum 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 da da dum da 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 dum.
Okay. We have to carefully check this whole area to reconstruct how this accident happened. We're looking for inconsistencies. You take the lead.
Good. Other locations will appear as you
Good.
uncover more places
Other
to visit.
locations will
The
appear.
CSI locations on the right allow you to access
Right.
the other members of your support team
No.
for evidence analysis and warrants. Your pointer can be used to navigate around a panoramic location. Move it to the left or right edge of the screen to scroll around. To examine
Look at
something or
that.
someone more closely, move your pointer over it and click.
Let's see him. Who are you?
David McLadden. I'm the stunt director around here.
Oh, he's the suspect already. What exactly happened here?
Hey, stunts are organized chaos. Best laid plans and all that garbage. Ace was supposed to hit the ramp, land the jump, lay the bike down, and slide under the truck. But instead, he just veered off, did a washout, and then binned it into the barricades.
In English.
He skidded across the pavement and crashed.
God damn it, how dare he do that? What was your involvement in the show?
I coordinate and help design all the gags on World's Wildest Stunts. Now, by gags, I don't mean ha ha ha. That's what we call the stunts themselves, gags. I make sure they're exciting, go off without a hitch. Usually.
Well, you did a bang-up job. How well do you know Ace Dillinger?
We've been working on the show all season. I met guys with better personalities, sure, but Ace is not paid to be a sweetheart. He's good at what he does.
Unfortunately, what he does is sort of crash, so, yeah. Who inspected Ace's bike before the show?
You're looking at him. I gave the bike a quick once-over, tightened this and that. Not much else is called for, because Ace is a bug about his gear. Always on top of it, himself.
Where did you do this inspection?
In my equipment trailer, out in the parking lot.
Oh, gotta go check that out. Oh, new location added as
I
well.
got nothing for you.
I got nothing for you. So, ooh.
Nice ramp. So, report says our stunt man weighs in the neighborhood of 180. Bike's about another 300 pounds. Hits the ramp at 80 miles per hour on a 30-degree incline. Speed generally decreases by roughly 1 mile per uphill degree. Leaves the ramp at around 50 miles per hour with a slight tailwind. Lands the jump successfully. Hey, learning math without a calculator comes in handy sometimes.
But I've always got a calculator on me. Oh, wait, this was before smartphones.
Here's where the rubber met the road. It's consistent with the 50 mile per hour impact.
The rubber meets the road. Can we do anything with it? Probably not. Can we swab it? Oh. Let's just assume we can't do anything with it. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what else is around here. Oh.
What's this? Greasy kid stuff?
Well, let's take a swab.
Nice and slippery. Lubricant, maybe.
Well, if he was meant to slide under it, maybe that's what that's for. Who knows? Oh, we get to look at the bike.
Okay, let's take a closer look at what made that bike tick. Or stop ticking.
Well, there's...
We got a thin yellowish liquid with a pungent smell. I'm gonna pass on a taste test. How about you? We'll let Greg confirm it's urine, though.
Lucky Greg.
There's too much to consider here. We'll need to narrow it down and figure out what to focus on.
Which basically means we need to talk to someone. Oh.
Clean, distinct treads. A lot of grime and dust in the tire. Try something similar.
Ooh.
Try again with something similar.
We collected something. Oh. As a CSI game, you just basically keep going around trying to collect
Isn't
stuff.
that sweet? Some helpful soul tried to clean up our crime scene by sweeping up. Innocent cleanup or crime scene tampering. Either way, I don't love it.
Where is? Can't select any of it. Can we talk to him about that? Who swept up the debris?
Listen, I didn't know this was going to be some kind of crime lab production. I mean, it's a stunt show. We had an accident, there was a mess, and part of my rarefied executive position is I reach for a broom when necessary. What are you going to do? Small production, small budget. When the EMTs arrived, they said I should stop, and I did, right away.
That's all the questions we have, for now.
For now. Well, let's look at one of the other locations. Is trailer possibly a good
Can't go
start?
in without the owner's permission, unless the judge has given us the go-ahead.
Okay, let's go to the hospital then. Bong bong. Establishing shots. This is Vegas. Whoa, what's going on with his elbow? Oh, what's that? Oh, no. Maybe we speak to you and maybe get someone to look at that weird elbow and arm.
Well, it's after visiting hours, but who's complaining? Please tell me you're my physical therapist, beautiful.
Just isn't your lucky night, is it? Catherine Willows, Las Vegas Crime Lab. This is my partner.
Crime lab? Since when is it a crime to have a stunt go wrong? Taking risks is what I do. Alert the media that Ace Dillinger laughed in the face of death once again.
Well, this time you laughed so hard at death, you could have used an adult diaper.
So I'm human. Run out and get me a bedpan and you can watch this time. Look, I'm half asleep from the drugs they got me on. If you got specific questions, ask them. Otherwise, go find some real crime to solve. The only mystery here is how a guy with my gifts could screw up that stunt.
Well, how are you feeling?
Some detective you are. Take a look.
Well, what are your
Lucky I
injuries?
didn't break my neck. Came damn close though. Fractured spine, whiplash, broken right tibia, 3 cracked ribs, 1 broken rib, and a concussion. But I'll be back on a bike before you know it.
Yay. I'll be back on... Oh. So how did it happen?
Well, I gotta admit, that's a stumper. It seemed like it was going smooth as a baby's backside. I dumped the clutch and hit the ramp, get airborne and land her nice and square. I try slowing to lay the girl down and slide under the truck, but the bike, it's still revving full bore. I go to grab the clutch lever, but my hand slipped off the bar. If I'd had my head screwed on straight, I might have thought to kill the engine switch. Instead, I go and lock both brakes and wind up plowing, all wobbly, full steam ahead. I swerve away from the truck, just to keep my head from ending up in a separate bag. And after that, as you big-time investigators just might be able to figure out for yourselves, it gets a tad cloudy.
I like how they didn't even bother to try and get the lip flaps to match the voice or the talking. They just randomly move it. That will do. So, do you think it was an accident?
What part of the damn stunt went sideways don't you understand? You think I took a header for grunts and giggles? I mean, I could use a vacation, but this ain't the route I'd pick.
So what should we check on your bike?
Well, it did seem the gas just wouldn't stop flowing. I use a custom carb on that bike, but it's never given me trouble before. If you're gonna look at anything, make it that. And the throttle assembly.
Well, anything else? Maybe we should get a mechanic as well. Did anyone else have access to your bike before the stunt?
Look, I always do major servicing of my bike my own self. You want something done right? You know the rest. Don't trust these damn shops. Bunch of amateurs. But David McLadden, the stunt director, insists on double-checking my gear before every trick. He tuned my baby up at his trailer in the casino parking lot. Come to think of it, he gave my bike more attention than anybody else's. I kinda got after him about it.
Tick, tick, tick. Oh, and does McLaden? Seems a weird name. Does McLaden have a grudge against you?
McLaden? Never had that much to do with him. Might sound funny, but I'm the star. He's kinda small time. I mean, it's strictly professional. We don't hang. And hey, I don't suffer fools, so when he fouls up or has a lame idea, I'm not shy about tearing him a new one. Producer's been on the guy, saying he'd better come up with some fresh new ideas, kind that'll attract ratings, pump up the action, you know, if we hope to get picked up for another season. We're on what they call the bubble. Borderline call whether we're back or not.
Something that would happen to CSI many years later, after doing all sorts of crazy stunts to try and increase their viewing numbers. And where can we find the producer?
Corey Mazzotti. Production office is downtown, Draftler Promotions. You're big-time detectives. Try using this cutting-edge investigative tool they got now, the phone book.
Oh, that just aged it, didn't it? Didn't say use your phone, Google it, Bing it. Nope, use the phone, detective. So, let's go look at that bike a bit better, shall we?
You know what this looks like? A custom prototype carburetor, modified for stunt work from a standard street bike. If the rider couldn't stop the flow of fuel, we should check the throttle mechanism. The throttle cable might be another avenue worth writing down.
Telling me oh, there we go.
That's not what we need here.
Yeah, no crap.
We can't use that here. Try something else. That's not what we need here. The spring is snapped. A result of the crash, or did someone arrange for it to break?
I thought I had to try and take a mold of it, looked like it had just been cut, so I thought take a mold of it, find out the tool. Nope, we just take the spring. Just take the spring. Do I need... Isn't there a light or something? No, that must have been the other one.
Nothing special there.
Well, it looks like it's cut there, but... Is that just the terrible CG? They said check the throttle. I thought that the throttle was around here, but no, bad game, bad. So that's just that.
This should be a lubricant designed to help the cable glide through the casing, but if somebody wanted to send the bike and its rider to the scrap heap, they might have tried to contaminate it, jam the throttle, making it stick in the open position, which is not recommended.
Yeah, no crap. So, there we go. We have more evidence. Is there anything else? Yeah. Back to the lab? Let's go back to the lab.
Hey, welcome to the graveyard shift. Greg Sanders. You're the new blood. You've come to the right guy at CSI if you want to know the inside skinny. Need my help analyzing evidence? Hey, don't worry, I can take it. You might get my analysis immediately, or maybe I'll send you over to the computer or microscope image analyzer. Let you work the evidence yourself. Good experience for you.
Good experience for you. And his hand vanishes underneath the desk in the different shots, but... So, we've got some stuff to drag onto him.
Automatic transmission fluid, slippery stuff. But no traces of metallic particles, meaning it's never been used in a vehicle.
Then maybe it was nothing more than a lubricant to help the bike slide under the truck.
And this... Oh, come on. There we go.
And on the menu today is salts, uric acid, ketones, potassium, calcium, urine. Looks like our hero gets scared like us mere mortals.
Like
When
mere
he came
mortals.
to rest and his muscles relaxed, he voided his bladder. Or as we scientists put it, he wet himself.
Thank you. And
That
take
tighter
that.
tread is now on the computer for you.
And that.
What we have here, children, is a silicon-based lubricant. This stuff keeps cables sliding through their casings and prevents sticking. Silicon lubricants don't contaminate easily. But I checked it for dirt or sand or any kind of contaminant that might have prevented the cable from slipping anyway. Zip zally zilch.
We can probably rule out sabotage of the throttle cable as the cause of the crash then.
No documents, but we do have a spring. There we go.
On
That's
first
right.
glance, I'd say piece of a spring. Can't tell you anything else about this little sweetheart at the moment.
Okay, well, you've been absolutely useless. Let's talk to Brass.
I'm always glad to meet a new CSI. You're the backbone of what we do. I'm Captain Brass. I can help you by facilitating warrants and digging up additional information about suspects and victims. My door's always open. How can I help you on this one?
It looks like you're halfway through the bloody door, mate. Look at your face. It's like that's what I expect to see on the face of death. Like pulls back the cloak and that's it. That's what I expect to see. Or you can stick a helmet on it. It looks like Judge Dredd. But can you look up the address of Draffler Promotions?
Draffler Promotions? Should be easy enough.
Which means it'll be a pain.
Got it. Office near downtown. See what these show folks have to say for themselves.
Office near downtown. That's a great description. And can we get a warrant? Location for the trailer.
Hey, you don't have a motive or suspicious behavior or... Look, we can't justify poking around McLadden's private space, not till you get something solid. Keep questioning your suspects and see what they give up.
Please don't show me that close-up view again. I'll do anything not to get that. Oh, establishing shots. More establishing. Oh. What do you have to say? Are you the producer of the stunt show?
World's Wildest Stunts, Corey Mazzotti. I really appreciate you people looking out for our interests here. Thanks a lot.
Again, some, like, animating from, like, that point upwards. Can't be bothered to animate his arms or anything in the background for that matter. So what do you know about the accident?
It's just one of those unfortunate things. Frankly, on a show like this, we're lucky we've never had worse. And Ace seems set to make a full recovery. Happy ending for everybody.
Right. Can we look around your office?
Well, sure. Behind you all the way, 190%. Oh, except my desk? That's off limits.
Of
A lot
course
of
it
industrial
is.
espionage in the old TV world. Have to maintain my privacy, you understand.
That's all the questions we have, for now.
Is there actually anything in the office to look at? Oh, there's
Something splattered here recently. Looks like some force behind it.
Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I think that's it. Can we
I
talk
really wish I could be more helpful.
I really wish I could be more helpful. That for paper, no. Not sure why we care about a fingerprint on door handle, but hey. Actually, can we ask him about the spring?
Hey, that's all I got for you.
Nope. So now we just got to keep going around trying to collect more and more evidence. Nothing to collect. See if there's anything in the detection. Nope. Let's see if there's any fingerprints or anything like that. I'm guessing not. Nothing's getting shown up. So, can we talk to him? Oh, why did you take longer on Ace's bike?
Did I? Just a routine inspection. Did a once-over of it at my equipment trailer, finished my coffee, then was called away for a quick chat with Mazzotti, the producer. After that, I sent it on back to Ace. Nothing more.
Did you have a grudge against the producer of the show?
He's not my favorite, all right? Try to steer clear of him most of the time. I won't lie to you, he's made noises about replacing me, including tonight. But chances are we'll be in Video Valhalla before you know it anyway. Our ratings are in the cellar, and we're this small-time show up against network series with 2-3 times the budget.
Oh, woe is you. Woe is you. Do you mind if we look around your equipment trailer?
I don't mind at all, if you got a warrant. I'm particular about my gear. Everything's in its place, and I don't need you people messing up the tools of my trade unless you've got a damn good reason. And did I mention a warrant?
That's all the questions we have, for now.
Did I mention a warrant? Can we... This is the point where you're not sure what we have to do. We just sort of blindly keep blundering around trying to find...
Our boy should have been decelerating here, or anyway, trying to. Read the skid marks. Short, like a series of dashes, increasing in length. Only Ace was on his way to a lot of bandages. Skidding along, not able to slow down. That's gotta ruin a stuntman's day.
That's gotta ruin a stuntman's day. So I came there and I went, wee. Anything more? You want a sample of that? Lab?
What's up?
I think we got fingerprints. Ah, there we...
Hey, I scanned that print into the computer for you.
Oh, that one. You meant to drag it. Ah, that was more effort than it needed to be. Results found. Possible.
You don't have a match here. Take a good hard look and be sure you've got a perfect match before you ask me to confirm it.
It is a perfect match. The UI is really finicky. Like, really finicky. Like, more than it needs to be. Doesn't always select items, which is a bit annoying. But I guess it's one of those things that they worked on and improved for the later ones, as we saw. As that seemed far less of a problem.
Those don't quite seem to match. Make sure you look very closely for subtle details between them. This isn't guesswork, you know.
Except it is, because later on I have been at bits where it looks identical, or it didn't look identical.
A lot of similar ones, but I'm not sure if any of these match.
Oh, screw you then. Searching. Well, that's definitely not right. Oh, come on. Select.
Tread looks fairly new. Some distinctive wear patterns and irregularities on it, though.
Whatever that means. Can we talk to Jim Brass?
What's
Can
up?
we get that location now?
Guy's job's dangling and he was tampering with the crime scene? Go to work on that trailer of his. Little do-it-yourself CSI style.
I swear we had just about as much knowledge back then, but... in we go!
Well, plenty to keep us busy here.
In we go. Oh,
Double venti decaf latte, no whip, extra hot. Well, these macho stunt people really live dangerously, don't they?
take the cup, Luke. Oh. Take the
McLaren
pliers.
may not be the sharpest tool in the box, but this might be.
Ugh. That's some terrible, terrible lines. And some terrible, terrible reading. Oh. Oh, we've got a tape.
Video cassette tape. Professional. Somebody's going to pay more than a rewind fee for this.
Anything else I need to take? Nope. Anything else? Oh, we got the dustpan from earlier. Oh, look at those little bits.
Small piece of metal. Spring of some kind, maybe.
What's the chances that's the spring that we had earlier? Oh, and
He admits sweeping up after the supposed accident, so this is no big surprise.
right, let's go back to the lab.
Yes.
Yes. Have that.
No thanks. Makes me jumpy.
Just analyze it, will you, Greg?
Hey, it's just regular coffee. Whatever that means these days.
So topical. There we go.
Your standard garden variety wire stripper. That's all I can tell you.
Well, you're as useful as a fart in a spacesuit.
Not only was this baby crushed, it was demagnetized. This was not somebody's favorite home video, but the AV lab worked some minor magic. We covered a few still frames for you. Footage from the stunt looks like. Images are kind of distorted like an old 60s LSD flick. Use the image enhancement equipment on the table.
And evidence updated. Yes. Sheesh, there's lots of evidence. Let me get on with it. And
It's
that.
a spring, or anyway a part of one, broken off. You may have just crossed the threshold from evidence to junk.
Well. Come on.
Blurry. Too far away. Pretty far, plus the ramp's in the way. Motion blur. It's hard to make anything out.
Hard to make anything out. Well, this one will be good.
Now here's a clear frame. If we only knew what we were looking for. We'll need a complete understanding of the stunt and what might have gone wrong.
I think that's some trace. Yeah, and that.
Here's the decaf latte you ordered. Cookie with that, or carrot cake perhaps?
So the stain on the wall was coffee. Hard to believe that got there accidentally. But more importantly, the lab analysis of the stain matches McLadden's favorite brew. He may have spent some time in the producer's office recently.
Didn't he say he did? Like, he said it to our face. He did.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
Oh, I'll see. Does he have? Are you gonna fire the stunt director,
Where
McLadden?
did you hear that? The crazy rumors that get around in this business. Look, our show's doing fine in the ratings, and we're going to do better. Ain't broke, ain't gonna fix it. Anything else?
We'll find out when the case file updates.
That's all the questions we have for now.
That is it, obviously. And let's talk to this guy again. It's behind him. Oh dear. Did you have the video? Did you have the videotape in your trailer?
I don't think I'm obligated to discuss that with you.
Really? Can we drag him in now? Let's see.
Need something?
Warrant, suspect.
We
Gladden.
still have a constitution in this country. Get more on that suspect.
Really? Okay. They're obviously missing something. Actually, is this one of the ones, like, I know at one point, like at least the later ones, you can actually trace tools, detection. I guess not. Evidence items. Close that.
Well, these puzzle pieces fit. It's a broken throttle return spring. But is the big picture sabotage?
I didn't really know you could do that. Let's go back here to evidence items. Now give it to him. Ah!
The dimensions are consistent with an assembled throttle return spring. Shuts the carburetor's valve when the rider releases the throttle, reducing air-gas flow to the engine. It's possible a defect could have caused it to snap under severe stress.
Like the impact of a heavy landing, for example.
Okay, I don't think we can. Nope. I wonder if you can drag items onto people.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
Nope. 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 Actually, back to the lab.
What's up?
Back to that. Drag that there.
All right, we've got a nice clear view of the engine. Let's get even closer and see if we can spot the return spring.
Zoom.
It's dark, but
Enhance.
you see that? Our spring has already sprung. Must have been weakened enough to snap before the bike even landed. Whoever cut that spring sabotaged the stunt.
Someone set us up the sprint. Can we?
Nothing new to report on that. Can't think of much more to tell you about that.
Can we talk to this guy again now? Wee donk. Nope. Brass.
Yeah? What do you need, guys?
I think now we can get a.
Reasons, not hunches, guys. Keep trying.
But we.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
So do I.
Yes?
So we got that. Smash videotape.
Need
Nope.
something?
That's not what we wanted. Ah! No! Bad. Bad game. Is there more to... Or is it the trailer? No. That's not helping. Do you think want to try and prove that that did that, but I guess that's not in the cards. Anything else in here? Tools. There's that magnifying glass thing. There we go. Nope. Okay, that actually doesn't seem to be doing anything. Ah! Stop jumping around. Or is it this machine just too powerful for this game? Too powerful. Me. Or his stuff started appearing behind, like the text earlier was appearing behind. I'm a wee bit stumped. Distress. Can we show that to him? Still not sure if we can show evidence to people. So it seems to try and do something and then doesn't. So just know there's one bit that I'm not.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
That I've not spotted.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Can you give me a hint?
Sure, but Grissom might dock you for it in your evaluation.
Sure. Is there absolutely anything in here apart from just him? Is there more evidence that we have not found? It looks like they don't have those nice hints there that tell you if you've completed a location or not. Is there more stuff over here? Ah, is that vanishing as well? This game is sort of falling apart on me. What are we missing? What are we missing? Oh. Dome. Right. Is that going to be enough to blow this case wide open?
That print has been scanned into the computer for you.
Sent to the computer! No! Right. So let's try that and... Come on. Come on! Come on, there we go.
These two prints are a definite match.
Hmm. Hmm. What's going on there? I'm stumped. I'm absolutely stumped already. Is there more to talk about? No.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
What's up?
I've not done this bit yet. Give it a go. Yeah, this person's got a name.
A lot of similar ones, but I'm not sure if any of these match.
We did this, didn't we? Well, this is making for some great viewing. I honestly am just a bit stumped at where we're meant to go, because I swear we've talked to everyone and screw it.
Motorcycle owners are usually sticklers about maintenance. Check the bike to see if there's anything to tip us off about where he usually gets it serviced.
maybe that's the...
Good find. Sticker of some kind, maybe for a service shop. Can't quite make it out.
I swear I tried doing that earlier.
Yes.
Yes. Items, sticker.
A little presto changeo on the ESDA equipment, and poof, the company name, Vegas Motorcycle. Don't know all the shops around here, so you'll have to dig the address up from someone else.
Well, talk to Brass.
Yeah? What do you need, guys?
Oh, look up the address of Vegas Motorcycles.
For you? Anything.
For anyone else? No.
Let's see.
I don't want to stare into the steely eyes of death.
493 Briarway, bit outside of town.
A bit outside of town. North, west, any particular direction? No? Okay. Okay. Let's try going into Vegas Motorcycle. See what they have to sell. Oh. Let's look at that well-animated model. Are you the owner here?
The handle's Handelman, Leslie Handelman, and it's my shop. I'm a girl who doesn't mind getting her hands dirty. What can I do for you?
Can I have more than 2 frames of animation for your mouth? Look at the glorious CRT monitor. Ah, thing of beauty. Do you know the stunt? You know the stunt man, just the stunt man. There's only one.
Ace? He's a peach. Barks a lot worse than his bite. Gets his bike serviced here time to time.
Have you serviced his bike recently?
Let me think. Don't believe so. Mostly he likes to do his own upkeep on the bike.
And do you know anything about the stunt show?
Sure, Ace has talked about it. I saw it a couple times, but I've never been over to the set or anything. They got their own staff. And anyway, I'm plenty busy here. I got bills to pay. Lots of them.
And can we take a look around?
Hey, I always cooperate with the law. Mi casa is su casa. Only I gotta ask you to stay on that side of the counter. My business materials are private.
Of course they are. Not that we can see most of them from here, but they are private. As private as anything. Can we actually do anything? Can we drag evidence onto Nope. Oh, chat. That didn't seem to be all that useful. Has that opened up new chats?
Hey, that's all I got for you.
Or is there more? Oh no. What do you know about Vegas Motorcycle?
Motorcycle repair shop, not too far from here. Nice little shop. Gal runs it. She's young and, well, frankly, you know, kind of hot. But she knows her stuff, all right.
Oh, he's complaining about the other person's attitude.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
Back to the motorcycle shop. Okay. Oh, there's... That location seemed almost entirely pointless. Oh. Oh, is that a fingerprint? Or smooth polished surfaces? We have a fingerprint. Dun dun dun. is that a tire print? Is it that or that?
Try something else.
Nope.
These treads and the dust look recent.
And back to the lab. Back to the lab. Have that.
Are we a team or what? Tire tread is in the computer.
Yep. And also have that.
Prints in the computer for you. You're welcome.
Tire treads.
Those two match up quite nicely. So, Ace's bike was at the Vegas motorcycle shop recently.
Dun dun dun. And we got another fingerprint. Oh, that's different to the other ones. Time to search it. I prefer that, like, at least in one of the other ones, you had to actually click on the fingerprint and sort of mark certain points. It was a much better minigame than this crap show. That's literally the same. There's no change in it. Ooh.
No, those don't match. You've got to be careful to find subtle details. You should be pretty sure you've got a match before you ask me to check it for you. One of the ones you looked at just might match.
I bet it's one of the ones I thought was a match, and that's definitely not.
Those don't quite seem to match. Make sure you look very closely for subtle details between them. This isn't guesswork, you know. You don't have a match here. Take a good hard look and be sure you've got a perfect match before you ask me to confirm it.
The exact
Fraud,
same picture
blackmail.
on both.
The producer of the world's wildest stunts is a little wild himself. Draffler Promotions.
You screwed with us there, game. You screwed with us. You screwed us, game. Tools. Detection.
A thing of beauty. A nice, clean tool mark on a spring. Ripe for comparison.
Right, and try that.
It's a return spring. It closes the carburetor's valve when the rider releases the throttle. The tool marks appear to have been made with a handheld clamping tool or something sharper like wire cutters or nippers. Would have been a delicate job even in the hands of a pro. You know, I could match up these unique imperfections to the right tool. Bad news. I checked the tool marks on the return spring against this wire stripper. Not a match.
Of course it's not a match. Because that would make things too easy. Why did you visit Las Vegas Motorcycles recently?
Vegas Cycle? Yeah, that's a shop I drop by now and then. I was just stopping to see if the gal who runs the place got in that new line of grip-fire handlebar grips. Oh, I've been waiting for months for those babies to come in.
Okay, that's it. How about Draffler Productions? Were you at Vegas Motorcycles recently?
You know, funniest thing, I have no interest in these crazy bikes in my personal life. I'd have no interest to go by any shop like that.
Then why did we find your fingerprints?
Really? Well, isn't that the strangest thing? Are you sure? Oh, wait. Right. You know, I was there briefly just the other day. My daughter's been after me to buy her a cycle. How can the producer of World's Wildest Stunts say no to a request like that? It was just a quick visit. It slipped my mind.
Uh-huh.
That's all the questions we have for now.
What's up? Denied visiting Vegas motorcycle. Downplayed his confrontation with McLadden. You know, this guy's nose is growing, and you're about to harvest a search warrant.
Those two sentences don't go together. We have a warrant to search your office.
Well, isn't that a kick in the teeth? You'd think there'd be a bit better protection for decent law-abiding folks like me.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Or abiding folks like me.
Well, looks like the network's suits want the wildest stunts to get a little wilder. Our producer's under pressure, and I think he may have blown off some steam.
Let's take the letter. Oh, look at that interface. We don't have permissions. Gain inches overnight. Well, nothing's changed there. Oh.
Encrypted message. Let's put it on disk. Maybe we can break the key back at the lab.
Put it on disk. I bet it's a real floppy disk as well. Oh, don't have permissions to check that either. Though he allowed his emails to be looked at. Let's see if we can crack the encryption.
What's up?
Documents. That looked like a zip disk.
Encrypted message. Quick glance looks like a pretty simple cryptogram cipher. I'll set up a search link for you on the computer and you can hunt for that cipher that decodes it.
Oh, this is going to be a word puzzle, isn't it?
I've done everything I can think of with that. Is it
going to be a match up letters like Miami?
I think this made more sense when it was still encrypted. What's a Kamawa? A brand of motorcycle? And why is our producer sending email to Vegas Motorcycle anyway?
Your Kamawa. So we can't say Kawasaki. Let's go talk to Vegas Motorcycles about this. Why did we find Ace's bike treads outside your shop?
Maybe he come around when I was out to lunch or something. Can't help you. Wish I could.
Does anyone else from the crew show up?
Nah, just Ace. I mean, crew members could do business without me realizing that's who they are. Mutual interest in bikes and all. But I got lots of customers, and I don't know what most of them do for a living.
And you. Did you send this email about the Kamawa email to Leslie Handelman?
I don't know anything about that. Hey, lots of people in the production office, on the crew, have access to my computers.
Let's see if...
Need something? Not enough yet. Maybe find a stronger link between the suspect and the victim. Yeah, the woman's hiding something. Find out what.
You know, I think I prefer talking to, what's her name in CSI Miami. She at least didn't look like Terror from the Deep. And, yeah, turns out it wasn't a puzzle. I was expecting the terrible word puzzles that they had in CSI Miami that took me ages to solve because I'm so badly dyslexic. But hopefully this game doesn't have those terrible word puzzles. We've got a warrant.
If you got a warrant, I guess I've got no choice. Go ahead.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Oh, and then she stands out the way. Oh. Lottery ticket. Is there... No.
Lottery tickets. Last weekend. Somebody get lucky? Hope it's us.
Money. Oh, just... Oh.
Whoa. Our hard-working lady mechanic said she had bills. Now she can afford to pay them.
That one does for paper, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wow. Yeah, it would be nice if we could turn off certain types of puzzles. Word puzzles for me. I know lots of people don't like those sliding block puzzles. Yeah, let's take that. Oh, we got something else to look at over here. Whenever it seems...
Receipts for service. All Ace Dillinger. And all for no charge. Somebody's getting free lube jobs.
Whenever it seems to be sort of lagging a bit, it's mostly this. It's trying to read the CD-ROM drive. Yeah, let's take those. It does feel that she's up to her neck in all of this. Oh, and look at the computer.
A boost, huh? What kind, I wonder?
Oh, no permissions. No permissions. Is that everything? Right, let's go talk to him. Something's going on here. Well, you get free service from the Vegas motorcycle.
I told you. I mostly do my own maintenance. But yeah, I've been getting comped there some. See Leslie Handelman, gal that runs it? Leslie's been wanting to sponsor me. Put their logo on my bike, sort of thing. So it's kind of like the barter system. Off the books. Only we haven't put it in motion yet. Certain permissions I gotta wrangle. You know how showbiz is.
Expected more from him. Miss. There. Draws. Oh, that's just her. I don't know, part of me is expecting whatever that sort of super thing was. Boost.
Kamawa. That really decrypts the message.
I wonder if that is our snips.
Hey,
Items.
we've got ourselves a specialized professional quality bike tool. And some even more special tool marks that match our return spring perfectly. I'd
Dun
say
dun
your wild
dun.
spring break started here.
So, since the return spring was snapped before the bike landed, the Kamawa tool is a key clue.
Can't think of much more to tell you about that. I've done everything I can think of with that. Oh my god, you guys are not going to believe this.
You're kidding. It's a winner?
What, the ticket? Nah, it's a dud. I wanted to tell you, I think I saw Elvis Presley buying a corn dog at a convenience store the other day.
Ho 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 ho.
Anyway, anything else about the ticket?
Nope.
Nope. And I think we've got some more trace. Yeah, have
Hey,
that.
I scanned that print into the computer for you.
Yay, more prints in the computer. Oh, that looks like... there we go.
Looks like our producer's been greasing our grease monkey's palm.
With grease. Wow. I think we might have enough
Yeah? What do you need, guys?
for a warrant on that Leslie.
Let's just see how Miss Handelman and that producer Mazzotti happen to be riding together. And who's in the saddle.
What's your relationship with Corsi Mezzotti?
Relationship? With what producer? Hey, I said I'd cooperate, but this is a bunch of bull.
We know Mazzotti's been emailing you.
Subtle
broke the
camera
code.
angle, guys.
This is your chance to tell your side.
I don't have a side, and you're reaching.
So what's the cash in the envelope for?
I don't see how that's your business.
Well, why did Corey Muzzy give you that money?
I have some customers that prefer cash and carry. What of it?
Why were you giving Ace free service? Service.
He built up a big store credit and we were just working through it. No law against that.
That doesn't track, but can we take your fingerprints?
I don't have anything to hide. Go ahead.
To the lab.
Yes.
Yes. Take your
Prints on the
fingerprints.
computer for you. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Her finger. No, we got nothing to compare that against, as far as I'm aware. Do we have more fingerprints that I've not found yet? I keep forgetting to fingerprint everything. Evidence. Trace. Drag.
That print has been scanned into the computer for you.
Computer. That literally just looked like a box. That and that.
So we've got Leslie Handelman's prints matching the ones we lifted from that tool. I'll bet she's got a good story to go along with how they got there.
Right, I think we can talk to her about a bit more, can't we?
What's up? Yeah, let's see if your suspect has anything else to tell us.
Did you sabotage the bike with the Kamawai tool?
What? That's a crock.
A crock full of evidence, from your email to that Kamawa tool of yours.
Look, I'm no criminal. I just got in over my head. I borrowed some money on the street and put it into my shop, because Ace told me he'd promote my place on his show. But he never came through. Just kept bilking me for more free service in return for more empty promises. Finally, that producer, Corey, came by and said that he'd give me a service contract with the show next year if I helped. Even agreed to promote my place on the air, like Ace promised. Plus, he waved all that cash at me. All I had to do was rig Ace's bike.
Why would a producer sabotage his own show?
Ratings. The accident would stir up all kinds of media interest and viewers. And Corey had Ace heavily insured if he got really hurt to where he couldn't perform or died or... Honestly, I can't believe I went along with it. But I did.
Walk us
But
through
I
it.
did.
Corey called Ace away to discuss the stunt as a distraction. Using that...
I will make sure that this is actually fully
tool, I
installed.
worked quickly on Ace's bike, weakening the throttle return spring. Later, I went to the casino, trying to get the nerve to warn Ace. But all I did was watch the stunt, hoping it'd turn out okay. When I saw Ace hit the barricade, I burst into tears. Thank God he wasn't hurt bad.
See? You did have your side of this.
For what good it'll do me. Corey has his side too, you know, and he'll deny all of this.
Well, we're going to bring him
People
in.
can deny anything they like, Ms. Handelman, but the evidence always has its side, too.
I will make sure this is fully installed to the hard drive for the next time we play, rather than the sort of chuggy motion that we get as soon as it tries to read
Can't
anything
think of
off the
anything to tell
CD.
you.
Amazingly, this takes up 3 CD. Almost each game of CSI, it takes up exactly 3 CDs. Weird. Anyway, let's get Brass involved again. Suspect Corey
We don't have enough
Mazzini.
of the story. We need a better fix on McLadden's involvement in this before we dare bring in Mazzotti.
Okay, that seems odd. We need to talk to more people.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
I
Yeah?
swear we
What do you need, guys?
should have everything we need for him.
The link between the suspect and the victim isn't very strong yet. Might consider linking them better.
Ah. Did you give her an envelope of cash?
An envelope of cash? To who? I don't think so. My accountant insists on a paper trail for everything.
Maybe not everything. You see, Leslie Handelman got herself in money trouble, thanks to your ace stuntman leading her on about exposure on your show. So she had a grudge against him. Plus, she needed money to keep her business going.
And this has to do with me how?
Now
What's
do
up?
we...
Looking at your case file, you could use more evidence that ties the suspect to the victim. Sure, let's get your suspect back in here.
Can't think of anything to tell you.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
Hey, that's all I got for you.
You know when you feel that you're almost there? You're just missing one key thing.
What's up?
Yeah, all different fingerprints. Tie treads. Find fingerprints on everything. Really feels that.
Need something? The link between the suspect and the victim isn't very strong yet. Might consider linking them better.
How?
We're not there yet. Remember Grissom's trinity of evidence. Link the suspect to the victim and the crime scene. Yeah, let's see if your suspect has anything else to tell us.
Can't think of anything to tell you.
You can't get David.
We still have a constitution in this country. Get more on that suspect.
I think I'm missing. I'm missing something. We need his fingerprint, I think. Or is just a coffee cup?
Hey.
I thought I looked at this. Is there fingerprints? Just have to use
If
every
this is the coffee
single
Aladdin said he was
tool.
drinking when he checked Ace's bike, safe bet these are also his prints.
Right. I think we can now blow this case wide open.
Hey, I scanned that print into the computer for you.
And so we believe it's his fingerprint and doorway.
These two prints are a definite match. Seems our gag man, David McLadden, dropped by his producer's office recently. Don't think it went well.
There we go.
These two prints are a definite match.
Right. Let's talk to him. Were you recently at Corey Mazzucci's office? Blah.
I don't think I'm obligated to discuss that with you.
Okay. That's all you're going to say, is it? Talk to him. Was David McLadden in your office?
Are you kidding? Why is it unusual for the stunt director to stop by the producer's office? So we had a little discussion. So what? Creative people in a creative business, you know? His temper got the best of him and he hurled his cup at me. No biggie. Spilled coffee under the bridge.
Well,
That's all the questions we have for now.
is that going to be enough to get a warrant?
What's up?
Suspect.
You know, I just love it when people hide evidence. It's like they sent us an engraved invite to sit down for a friendly chat.
Dun dun dun. Why would you have tape in your trailer?
We're a small production here. Everybody pitches in and does their part. I saw it on set, so I just grabbed it to give to the producer later.
And that's why you broke it. And demagnetized it. Were you recently in Corey Mazzucci's office?
Not for a while. I told you already, I usually steer clear of that guy.
Then you've either got a poor sense of direction or a bad memory. We've got evidence that you were there tonight, and arguing with him.
Well, I wouldn't call it an argument exactly. It was a discussion, that's all. A private discussion.
A private discussion. Were you involved in the sabotage of Ace's motorcycle?
What?
Saba,
Look, you
what?
two, I've tried to be helpful, even though I can't see why any kind of investigation is needed here. This was an accident. Move on.
You had the opportunity to rig that gag to fail. And there's no love lost between you and that charmer Ace.
Would I cry if that obnoxious jerk landed real hard? Hell no. But I have a reputation to maintain, and anyway, I'd lose my damn job.
Hadn't you already lost it, Mr. McLadden?
What are you trying to do to me? Hey, lady, I'm a pro. I'm good at what I do. I take pride in it, and I don't screw around with people's damn lives. So our star stuntman is a horse's ace. So what? That's the showbiz breaks.
People's tempers sometimes flare in showbiz,
no.
though, right? Between you and Corey Mazzotti, for instance?
So it's not been wine and roses with me and Corey. What's the biggie? He's a producer with a stunt show that's in trouble, and I'm the logical whipping boy down his food chain to take the fall for falling ratings.
And you went to his office to sort things out.
Yeah, told him where to stick it. It's a high-stress job, but we came to terms, Corey and me. He called me in right after the gag went south and said if I cleaned up the mess quick, he'd make room for me next season.
Oh, such a nice guy. And why did you destroy the tape?
Destroy what? Oh, that was an accident. Slammed the door and the thing was in the jam.
Accidents will happen. Around your show especially. Maybe you accidentally demagnetized that tape, too.
I didn't even know it was demagnetized. I don't know how that could have happened. But there's magnetic parts on some of this equipment, so...
We don't believe in accidents or coincidences, Mr. McLadden. We appreciate your cooperation, but stay handy. We may need more.
I don't believe that's a very good model either. I think... Can we get... What's his name in now?
So we got both the mechanic and the stunt director pointing a finger at the producer. Okay, let's see if they're onto something.
Did you hire her to sabotage Ace's bike?
Well, you ought to be in my business with that kind of imagination. Ruin my own show. Right, I'm sure.
And did you ask Dave McCann's temper with the accident scene?
Oh,
Funny. McLadden insists you did.
he's covering his own backside. If anybody rigged this, it's McLadden. He and Ace are oil and water. You don't have a damn thing on me.
Look at
Let's see.
chairs
The
vanishing
show's in
behind
trouble,
him.
Needs a rating boost bad. We have your prints on that cash envelope. There's the email you sent Ms. Handelman, and the tool that was used to snap the return spring on Ace's bike. Your accomplice has already made you, and McLadden says you traded him job security for tampering with a crime scene. I guess we don't have much at that.
Look, what's the harm? It was just an angle, you know, make it play better with all those 18-year-old males with ADD in our audience. Ace gets paid to take risks, right?
I think it's loading up a video sequence. Oh, big
No
video
harm,
sequence.
no foul. So I told the Handelman broad I'd help her out of the financial jam Ace himself put her in. Sent the tool, and she made one little snip. Next thing you know, things are much more exciting. After the crash, I called McLadden. He'd gone postal before, worried about getting fired. So I made amends. Promised to renew his contract next season if he helped clean up the mess. Now, can't we make some kind of arrangement? I didn't really do anything wrong. It was just, you know, television.
Oh, you're going to be on
Television.
TV, Mr. Mazzotti. And this is the kind of wild stunt where you don't walk away unharmed.
I really wish I could be more helpful.
You're off to a good start. You learned that things are not always as they appear, but the evidence cannot lie.
Observational challenges test your memory of the case you just played. Correct answers allow you to improve your evaluation score. Good luck.
How many police vehicles were at the crash scene? Oh. 3? Hey! How many plants? 2? Hey, I'm not needing to move the mouse yet. Where was the second piece of the throttle spring found? That was in the dustpan. Ooh. I don't even remember. I don't think I even looked. Let's pick it. Nope, that's not right. What was the name of the casino in the stunt took place? I'm gonna say the Mermaid. Oh no, I got 2 wrong. Let's see how we did. Oh, somehow still got rank of master. You can tell this is the exact same engine they used for CSI Miami. And we got extras. Casino. It was the mermaid. I thought I clicked on the mermaid. Or did they rename it? We got hospital storyboards. Oh, some nice outside of the motorcycle place thingy, hoofa de Medufa, and in the interior, which looks completely different. Leslie Handelman. Is he going to have something that sort of sounds like handlebar? Oh, and there's his office. With the 2 plants. Yeah, I got the 2 plants. Stunt trailer. Artist constructing the motorcycle. Ooh. Look at that. And Max Allen Collins. Dialogue and reenactments. What does that mean?
It's gotten to be fairly easy for me to write for these characters. I've done, I think, 6 novels now, something like 12 or 13 issues of the comic book. And I have a strict rule, which is when I write a line of dialogue, if I can't hear, if I can't hear Grissom saying it, if I can't hear William Peterson's voice in my mind, then I got to go back to work on dialogue until it sounds like the show. Have a tendency to sort of bathe myself in the show when I'm working on it. I tend, if I'm working on a game or I'm working on a novel, I will always watch one episode a day on tape or on DVD. When I first saw the show, when I sat down with the first 6 or 8 episodes and was deciding whether or not I wanted to do this gig, it was a cop show without any car chases. It was a cop show without shootouts. There were no fist fights. And yet it was compelling, and it seemed to be action-packed. And all of the action, all of violence, all of that stuff is done in the reconstructions, which has that wonderful expressionistic style. Now, in the games, we also do the reconstructions. That becomes a very important part. You can't really do CSI unless you have these reconstructions, and sometimes they're wrong. You know, sometimes we show you what might have happened, and we think that's what happened, and then later we do it again.
So he's never actually written for the show. He's just written some books, comics, and the games. So I wonder if he did the CSI Miami game as well. And well, that took what, an hour and a half for the first case. We still got 4 more, so I am going to leave it there. Now, hopefully I can do more of these more often, but I can't promise anything. But I will try and get through this game a little bit faster than the last one, and then we can go into something really weird and interesting. But hopefully this has been enjoyable, even with the weird pausing, as I've been trying to sort of figure out what it is I'm meant to do. Yeah, it's that sort of point where it's like, I swear I've done oh, there's this one tiny, almost insignificant thing that you ignored or sort of passed over. That's the important bit. And then everything else then just sort of falls into place. So, yeah. Hope you've had fun. Hopefully this hasn't been too boring. And I will see you soon for the second case. And how do I... There we go. I've got to find the buttons. So, thank you very much. And goodbye. From me, the GouldFish, who is on games, and on this case, CSI Dark Motives.